My book is The 14th Goldfish by Jennifer L. Holm, and it's about like a girl and her grandfather comes back, but in like a teenager form. And he's a scientist and he works at a lab, but he got kicked out of his lab because since he's in a teenager form, nobody believes that it's him. And he like tried to take this jellyfish and no.
She's talking about jellyfish. Can you see the jellyfish in the top right?
So he takes this jellyfish and it turns him back into like the teenager form. And so he lives with his daughter and granddaughter named Ellie, and they start to plan on how to get back to the lab, room 24, and it's kind of like an adventure book and like a mystery book on how they get back to like the lab, and it's like a really easy read and it goes by really fast, and they get this goth boy named Taj to help them, and so basically the whole point of the story is like, I don't know, it kind of just like follows the life of like her grandfather and Ellie, and her grandfather doesn't get along with his daughter who he lives with, so he always spends time with his granddaughter, and they both love science, and his grandfather just like kind of teaches Ellie more about science, and right now in the book, they're like coming up with what to name the project on how to get back to the lab. So yeah, 14th Goldfish.
It's a quick read, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not easy, but it's a sweet book.
It's in the after, and the main character is Amy, and she is a teenager. And one day, she calls it in the after. She calls it the after and before. And before is before these alien-like creatures, which they call flores, Floraes. They like just basically invade Earth. And all she knows is her parents, which were at work the day that this happened. So she's all alone at home with nobody else. And she waits for her parents to come home, and her mom works as like a security place, I think, and her dad does something else. And her mom is so protective about their house. She has like a invisible fence thing except made for like humans, and it's like electricity. And that basically protects the flores from getting in. And so she has to survive, and then she has to go scavenge for food without being found by these flores, which literally, it even says on the back, they hear footsteps, the most silent of footsteps. They're very quiet, but they're extremely fast. They are faster than anything you've ever seen, and they won't stop chasing you until you're dead. Basically what they do is they try and kill you, and you have to be as quiet as you can, otherwise they will like come and get you. And so she has to survive, and she finds this baby at a store, and so basically she just calls her baby, and yeah, she just that's her name. And she lives with her for a while, and she finds a couple other people along the way. She can't really tell whether it's good or bad because she thinks that there's only like a couple people left. She thinks that there's only a couple people left on Earth because all these aliens are like all there, and they're like everything is deserted except for these couple people that she sees walking around.
Do the aliens kill them?
Yes, they like come and they'll run and chase you down as fast as they can, and they'll just like hunt you down. So, yes.
Does she try to like? What does she do though?
Okay, so So what she does is she every month she goes out to bathe with this baby, and on like the 6th month or no. She stays in that house for like many years, and then she's like 18 or so. No, she's 17, and this one time when she goes out to bathe, there's this like ship that comes out from behind her. She goes to this lake because she doesn't have running water, otherwise they'll be too loud. And then the fluoreyes, because they have amazing hearing, the fluoreyes will hear and they'll try and get in, and because she doesn't want to really use the electric fence unless she needs to, because she doesn't know if it'll run out or if it'll always hold up against the fluoreyes. So the ship comes up behind her, and she has this gun that her mom always kept in her bed just in case for anything. And so she brings that with, and like a light and a knife and that gun and a couple other things like clothes in her bag and towel for baby. And this boat comes up, and she grabs out her gun and shoots the person that comes to get her because she thinks it's a fluoride. And so the next time she wakes up, she's in this like room with a bunch of other people. Remember, she thinks that her mom is dead, but actually she is alive, and I'm not giving anything away. Just saying.
Okay.
So what's, like you said there's a before and what's...
Yeah, so before is before these fluoreyes came. After is when the fluoreyes are here. And she also calls them. Before she finds out that people call them fluoreyes, she just calls them them. She says them.
Why do they call them fluoreyes?
Them. I don't know the name. Yeah. And you have to be so quiet that they use sign language and stuff with baby, because baby was like 2 years old. And she didn't know how to talk, so they just made up their own sign language thing. And they just communicate doing stuff like that. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
So she hasn't talked in like 18 years?
No, not 18 years. She was like 12 when this happened, or 13. And she's been there for a couple of years. Okay. Yeah.
But
She knows how to talk, but baby doesn't.
But I know, but
She's never heard anyone
how can you live without like making a noise?
Sign language.
You don't talk.
You don't talk.
Yeah, but what if you're walking through? Is it like
You
a
have to wear
normal
you
house?
can't. Yeah, it's a normal house. It just has an electric shock fence around it, and you have to like take off your shoes and socks when you go running. Because she also does some running and goes scavenging for food, and so she has to be really quiet. Okay, wait. I'm gonna finish the plot first, and then I'll go to questions. So hold on to that. But she goes and she finds out that there's this whole community that's surrounded by this like fence, electric fence, like she had at her house, except like 10 miles in diameter, which is really big. And there's lots and lots of people there, and she finds out that her mom is still alive, but dad, she doesn't know if he's still alive. And so there's this place. They have these electric shockers, and her mom is there, and she like runs the place. Very good at running the place. She's like the director, and she finds out that they're actually doing. I think you're paying more attention to you.
I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to you and watching her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then she finds out that they're actually doing tests on the fluoreyes, like what they eat, what happens to them when they die, because you can only shoot them. And then they come up with this thing called a synth suit. And basically what it is it protects them from a fluoride. So basically what it does, like if you took a knife and you stab, it's like they stabbed you. Yeah. What? Stabbed you? Yeah, if they stabbed you, it wouldn't penetrate through the suit. And it's basically really strong, and you can only use a gun to kill them or slice them through their necks. And so there's this position that Amy wants to get. Amy's the main character.
What do you mean, like position?
It's like this.
Like in a job?
Yeah, like once you get to be like 18.
Like a vocation.
Yeah. When you get to be 18, and she's 17. When she gets to be 18, she gets out of school. They have a school there. She gets out of school and she she gets out of school, and after you get out of school when you're 18, you're forced to have a baby. And yeah, like you're forced to because they want to like they want to make the next generation of people. What?
How did you learn what repopulate?
Yeah.
I don't even think I need to read the book anymore.
Wait, could you smile?
Yeah, Miss Curry just remember.
Whoa.
Wait, let me just get a quick.
Miss Carr, can you teach me how to do sign
So-
language?
read the book. Sherman.
So, did you say a lot of the book already or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said a ton.
But there are a lot of bad words in it. So it's on the mature
Where
shelf.
We're not babies.
But notice he didn't say anything about